from Queens. Lee from Queens said he had never been to the Bronx. All right. Anyway, here we are, folks. It's time for beers related to chocolate. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Beer Reviews. Stout King is in Brooklyn, New York City, New York. Call Me Max is in North Carolina.
Pinehurst, North Carolina right now.
Excellent.
Where golfers come to die.
Well, all right. So
no comeback on that, huh?
Tonight I have a beer from Aldi. It's called State of Brewing. It was actually just called Chocolate Lava Cake Stout. But people call it State of Brewing Chocolate Lava Cake Stout because that's the brewer in Waunakee, Wisconsin.
What a great name. What a great product name title. Lava Cake beer. God.
So this came out a few years ago and it's pretty popular at Aldi. You can get 6 packs of this for about $8.99. It's 8% alcohol. And it's a stout with natural flavors. Obviously, the flavor being chocolate. Now, if you ever had a chocolate lava cake, that's an interesting experience. Now, I'll have to turn it over to David because he has a scheduling issue. So what is a chocolate is here?
No, I'm going off schedule. I'm going back to normal schedule due to the weather. I'm just not looking forward to getting out into this frontal body thing that's coming through and blowing everything all over the place. And I'm not looking at it. So carry on.
All right. So cancel the meeting. Well, don't cancel the meeting, but he's not going. All right. So
no, the meeting has not been canceled as far as I know. I'm just not going to attend because one of two things. A lot of folks around here, when they go into rain mode, they know that there's going to be flooding, so they release the hounds per se early. So there was a lot of that going on. There also is a lot of people running around. Anytime there's any kind of craziness, they're all flock to the grocery stores, go buy everything they can buy, and they, I just didn't feel like getting out into that, so I just felt it was better and safe that I just stayed home tonight.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I would show y'all a website, but there is no website listing for this product. It has a thick beige head, as you can see, not the proper glassware, but that's okay.
So, Jay, can I ask you a question about your offering tonight? Does that specifically say it's a chocolate beer?
Chocolate, yeah.
Okay, and how many beers out there specifically say that they are chocolate beers? Mainstream, would you say?
Maybe 2 or 3. I mean, they used to have the Hershey's chocolate. There was a Hershey's chocolate company collaboration with Yingling, but that didn't last. They didn't make it this past year. All right, so you can see it's very dark brown. Has a beige head of foam. Like I said, this runs at Aldi around $8.99 a 6-pack. Seems to be popular because people buy it. They keep restocking it. A couple of years ago, they had one just called Chocolate Stout. It was in a blue can, different shades of blue, kind of crazy quilt looking type of can. But when they came out with the Chocolate Lava Cake Stout, it's almost like it got so popular, they decided, look, just put that regular chocolate on the back burner. Everybody wants the chocolate lava cake. Yeah, we're going to get to that vanilla triple dog. That's 8% also, right?
Yes, 8%.
All right, so that's mine. Now, Michael, the Stout King.
Okay, so it does say chocolate on the label. This is their chocolate espresso KBS at 12%. And I've waited. Let's see if I can. It's going to be dark brown like the other KBSs. I don't try to maximize the head, although these are usually fairly quick fade heads anyway. But that's what the pour looks like. It's 12% and 45 IBUs. So that's what it looks like in the glass. From Founders in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
And Michael, is that a certain vintage, or is just a limited one that they do from time to time?
I think, let's see what it says on this one was bottled on the 30th of May, 24. So this is the 24. This is the latest one they've brewed.
Okay, I'm going to show the website.
KBS.
I'm going to show the website if you want to read any descriptions, and if you need me to enlarge it, let me know and I'll blow it up.
Okay.
Oh, look, chocolate malt.
Can you see it, Michael, or you need me to blow it up?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay.
As I said, 12%, 45 IBUs, and it is indeed barrel aged. Nugget, Willamette hops. The malts are oaks, chocolate, and roasted barley. And they're saying rich notes of dark espresso coffee alongside smooth chocolate, vanilla, and oak character, full body, low bitterness, and a warming finish.
Now, Michael, I think that's a misprint on their website. I think what they meant to write was the malts are oats. You know how they use oats,
right? That there's no. You're right. There's no oaks. That's a malt. That's oat malt, chocolate, and roasted barley.
Now you were saying
this is one of the many varieties of the KBS, because it seems like that's what they seem to be doing. They don't put out the standard KBS. They don't push it. They still make it, I think, but they don't push it. And they make these as, every 6 months, maybe they'll come out with a different one. Yeah. And this one is their chocolate variety with some coffee in it, obviously espresso coffee. Let's see, what else do they say? For decades, chocolate, coffee, and bourbon barrels have been creating delicious masterpieces. Immerse yourself, KBS Chocolate Espresso, our latest creation, highlighting our favorite ingredients that have set the barrel aging standard. Symphony of rich chocolate, bold espresso flavors, harmonized notes of oak, and a touch of vanilla for an unrivaled sensory experience.
I have a question.
And we'll see if that's all true.
I'll have a question. Since it says espresso, yes, is there coffee in it? And if so, is there caffeine in it?
I think it's usually they use a certain hop to create the coffee. They don't say anything about added coffee or espresso, I don't think.
I just wonder why.
But it's funny, David, there are beers. Some beers have added coffee, and the caffeine would be in the beer, I would think.
Now, Michael, look, Michael, if you look on the side of the label, on one of the other left or right side, it might explain if it has coffee added. It's probably going to say malt beverage.
Let's see.
Stout.
Let's see what it says. I'm looking.
I just wonder why it starts off with immerse yourself with KBS Chocolate Espresso. Those two phrases right there, chocolate and espresso, would tell me that this is a chocolate beer with espresso or some kind of coffee in it.
Yeah, well,
go back up into the first sentence. And it says coffee. Go back.
I see it too. I see it now, Michael. What is it, Michael? What does it say?
Now on the side, all it says is Imperial Stout brewed with coffee.
Okay, it's got
espresso,
coffee.
But it doesn't say specifically that they add coffee to it.
No, it's brewed with coffee. It's got coffee in it. It's brewed with coffee.
Chocolate and coffee espresso. So maybe there is coffee in it.
It's definitely coffee. There's coffee and chocolate. And that's why they're showing a bunch of coffee beans and chocolate bars falling out the sky. All right, now we're going to go to Claude's.
Could be just thrown down there on some wood planks. That's what that looked like, a floor to me. Didn't look like a sky.
Yeah. It's paneling. It's paneling.
No. Like wood block. Like my table, wood block.
Let's see. Samuel Smith's Brewing Company. Let's see.
It's in your private chat there, Ron. I gave you the link.
No, I got it. I look up this website. A lot of my life is absorbed with looking up this website, Claude. I'll
tell you though, the smell is it's you're in for something good. and I'm a little prejudiced against some of these. I've had bad experiences. I'm always joking about belching beaver and things like that. And somebody mentioned it in the chat room there. Yingling chocolate beer was, it was okay. It wasn't great.
Okay, y'all heard it live. Y'all heard it live on the internet. Claude is a little prejudiced.
Little bit on chocolate beers. I'm kind of like Dave. Give me a Coors, give me a PBR, and I'm a happy camper, man. A bowl of popcorn, my life is complete. Okay.
See,
but the smell off this is just magnificent. It's great nose. I mean, you can smell it's coffee, it's chocolate, it's, you know you're in for something here. So to your health, gentlemen.
to your health. Cheers. Have you ever had it before? You've never had this before?
Oh, it's magnificent. This is the sweetness. This is hard for a beer. You never have, usually don't get sweetness out of a beer up front. The sweetness in this, boy, it just hits you like a hammer right up front. It's a nice one though. It's not overpowering. It's just right. Whoever made this beer has a little bit of experience. I think this brewery goes back to 1758.
Yeah.
So who's ever making this, they know what they're doing. The sweetness right up front, definite chocolate flavor, but it's
Claude, before we go to the description, you want to read any website information?
Sure. Let me just expand my page here. They have a nice description. Chocolate stout, organic chocolate stout, brewed with well water. The original well sunk in 1758. It is still in use with the hard water, is drawn from 85 feet underground. The gently roasted organic chocolate malt and organic cocoa imparts a delicious, smooth, and creamy character with inviting deep flavors and a delightful finish. This is the perfect marriage of satisfying stout and luxurious chocolate. 5% ABV, best served at 51. I put this in the freezer because I like cold beer. I like it just before freezing, so that's a faux pas on my part, but that's the way I like my beer. I got to tell you something. This is what I would call a dessert beer.
But if you serve that at a very cold temperature, you're going to mess on a lot of the notes that you get.
Yeah, and really the notes. This is a very interesting beer. Is the word?
You want to read the ingredients?
Sure. Water, organic, malted barley, organic cane sugar, yeast, a lot of cane sugar. I got to tell you something. This sweetness just hits you right up front in this. Yeast, organic hops, organic cocoa extract, carbon dioxide, registered with the Vegan Society. See, vegans can drink beer. That's nice.
Why couldn't I?
Go down to those other beers. There's
no meat in beer.
I'm going to ask a silly question. Is there such a thing as a bacon beer out there somewhere? There must be.
Probably some off the wall craft breweries making something like that. And
I think Rogue
down by local people going, oh man, this stuff is so good. It's the best. It's the best. It's probably got grease on top of it.
I got to tell you something. I would love to try all these beers, especially the India.
They're good. That India ale is so good. Oh man, that's a good beer.
I mean, they invented IPA because they needed to, because they wanted to preserve it on the long trip from India back to the UK or something like that.
They bottled as part of the bottle fermentation process, and that was a stipend if you signed with the Queen's or the King's Army, and a lot of times they were off in India. So by the time the beer got there, we're talking the olden days, Ironside ships and all that, the bottle fermentation process caused the alcohol per volume to go up, up, and up. Hence, the ale became India Pale Ale because it was getting shipped to India.
Yeah, and the hops kept the beer from turning rancid.
This is a a dessert beer. This is not a beer I'd have for.
eating.
This is not a beer I would have with chips or before dinner at a football game. It's not as heavy as I thought it'd be. If I had to describe this, I'd say it's balanced. It's very enjoyable. It's sweet and it's chocolatey, but it's not overpowering. It's got just that right balance from what you're drinking. That get a little bit of malt in there, no bite at all.
Jay, we really should go back to Claude's page. Get off of it right now.
Now hold on, Claude. Claude, we're going to come back to the description. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Now we're going to go to David's Vanilla Triple Dog. This is from Abita.
So,
It comes out.
I just want to say for the record, the original theme for tonight was chocolate beers. I reached out to Jay and I said, "Hey, look, I don't have a chocolate beer, but I have this vanilla." He said, "No, it's not a chocolate beer." So then I went through the website, and if you go up and look at the ingredients, stop when we get to, go ahead, up, right there, malt. It says chocolate. So I told him, I said, "Hey, look, it's chocolate malt." "Oh no, it's not chocolate malt. It's something in the toasting process." And I said, "Well,
Also,
I can go by the
also
website.
Dave, in the description, it says
malt.
chocolate.
It does say chocolate. So this is
David, you should have been an attorney. You know how to argue the nuances. Okay.
Hey, look, you can only go by the facts, and the facts are put out there by the beer company. So, I mean, I can't alter the website. I'm not that much of a hacker. So, with that said, we're looking at it as a rich, what I would call a nut brown ale. If this is a piped up version of Turbo Dog, which I think it is, as you can see, it's Turbo Dog inspired the Robust Dark Ale. Yeah, you see it says generous amount of pale caramel and dark and chocolate malts with Lillamina hops, aged with whole natural vanilla beans. And I think that's what they were going for. If you look at the label, it does say vanilla. But, you pick this up. If you know what a Turbo Dog is, if you've had a Turbo Dog, Turbo Dog's just one of them real kick you in the teeth, dark, really strong nut brown ales. Yeah, and it always does have a little chocolate backbone. So this is almost a stout, but I would say it's a cross between a stout and a nut brown ale with a whole lot of vanilla in it. And I'm going to go ahead and, is this the tasting time, or do we do more talk about it?
Yeah, we'll come back to it. But I was going to ask a question.
Sure.
Now, do you get this beer in New York City or North Carolina, guys?
I do not. We get very little Abita stuff here. We get your Purple Haze, and maybe there's one or two others. Very little.
You also get Purple Haze, Abita, and Turbo Dog.
Abita Amber, probably Turbo Dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Abita Amber. And all the stuff that you have, which is more eclectic, we don't see. Although, we got that pecan one. Pecan ale, we got that.
Yeah.
Now, Michael or Claude, if you saw the Vanilla Triple Dog, would you buy it?
I
I'm
would.
curious.
It's something.
Go ahead, Mike.
I would. It looks like it's something different that that kind of hybrid that David's talking about. I might get into that. I like vanilla in beer too, so I'd try it.
I've never had a vanilla beer, and I was going to ask Dave: is the vanilla prominent, or is it?
It is. It's almost like the vanilla's there, but it does mix with the chocolate. So you're getting a vanilla chocolate. It's kind of like a Neapolitan minus the strawberry. Whether this is barrel aged or not, I don't know.
No.
Let me see. It just says limited series vanilla, ale with vanilla. But that ale it's a huge nut brown ale with a whole lot of smells like chocolate. So you do get the chocolate, and then as you're drinking it on the back end, and I'll talk about that later. You can taste the vanilla as it's coming out. It's almost like essence of vanilla. So it's a really good product that they created.
It makes me tempted to go buy some more vanilla triple dog because
What was
I
the
really
last?
probably about 2 years ago, and I really loved it when I had it.
I think you should. I mean, I'm pleased with it. I could save one for a review, of course.
Yeah, and I bought that Carnival cake beer made with vanilla, cinnamon, citrus, cream cheese, and he didn't want to try it. All right, I bought that. That was from Mississippi.
That just tastes like a donut shoved inside of a beer.
It was,
Sounds like a
yeah, it was with products in collaboration with La Bakery of Biloxi, Mississippi. A beer designed to taste like a king cake. All right. Well, going back to the chocolate lava cake stout, which if you've never had a chocolate lava cake, you can't really relate to this. Chocolate lava cake, you cut into the cake, and then the liquid chocolate comes kind of seeping out of it, like a lava. So they're trying to mimic that. So you can see it's very dark. The aroma, chocolate. It's a dry chocolate, and it's more the bitter baker's chocolate. You know what I'm talking about.
So it's not sweet.
Well, now the taste. Cheers. Let me see about that, Claude.
So you already drank half of it. You can't come in with half you drink.
Taste this. It's chocolate.
You're right, Claude. It's not really that sweet. It's like dry chocolate, and I think we all know what the dry baker's chocolate tastes like. And if you eat too much, it'll give you a tummy ache.
Tastes like bitter.
It's bitter. So the bitterness units on this, I'm thinking, are like 3.5 out of 5 hop cones. The sweetness is probably at the most 2 out of 5 sugar cubes, and that might be pushing it. What is this he's showing? I don't have my glasses on.
No, probably so.
Oh yeah,
Showing chocolate notes.
oh that's that Swiss chocolate. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and this is bitter chocolate. This is it's cocoa without the ton of sugar.
Ugh.
So this here,
It's good.
the one I'm drinking,
Chocolate doesn't taste like chocolate.
is very chocolate forward, but I really get the impression that this company in Wisconsin, who is owned by Asahi, by the way, they got bought out by Asahi about a year ago. Japanese company that's buying out all these breweries around the world. But I get the impression that they're just adding baker's chocolate. You can go to the grocery store and buy baker's chocolate. Usually it's from who makes that stuff? Toll House, like Kraft, or Kraft, Heinz Kraft makes that baker's chocolate. People buy that for baking during the holiday season. Are they adding sugar to it? I don't believe so. I don't get the impression they're adding any sugar. I just think it's malted barley, probably chocolate malt, and some other ones, and some not bitter hops, just some kind of low profile hops, medium body, dry finish. And then they're just throwing in a glob of baker's chocolate, letting it melt into the beer, letting it blend. They probably got a machine that blends it together.
You actually think they put chocolate in beer and let it melt? Not the chocolate nibs. You think they take a chocolate bar and throw it in and let it melt?
Well, no, I'm talking about those like.
That's exactly what you said. It's like Beat's website. It can only go by what's printed. It's what you said.
Well, yes, actually, it could be the nibs.
It's
If it's
probably
the-
the nibs.
If it's the dark chocolate, the bitter dark baker's chocolate from what was I was saying?
Tastes like chocolate.
Toll House Kraft, but it's like,
Smart.
but it's Kraft, but it's probably more like an inexpensive brand. It's probably more like Food Club, like a cheap one. But because they can't sell it that cheap, but they're using premium ingredients. I like it though. It has a good flavor. It's not exquisite. I'm not going to sit here and say it's like elaborately amazing. It's not elaborately amazing, but it does sort of taste like a chocolate lava cake stout. You could probably tolerate 1, maybe 2 cans a week. Probably be better to drink 1 a week. I think if you drink too many, it start to turn on you. It would become, it would turn on you, you know. But
I think one a year for Louisiana beer review is enough.
What does turn on you mean?
it'll start making you like have a negative impression of it. You know, it's like too chocolatey. It would be too. I don't know. I could drink a Pilsner all day long. I could drink Pilsner, a good Pilsner like the Wernesgrüner from Aldi, also, by the way. But these kind of chocolatey
reviews.
Yeah, these kind of chocolatey things, they'll start to wear on your nerves a little bit. But once a week, so I bought a 6-pack. So if I drag this out over 6 weeks, oh yeah, it'd be ideal. It would be ideal. And I talked to my father on the phone today, and my father, he's 80 years old. He says, who would want to drink a beer that tastes like chocolate? I said, unless you try it, it doesn't seem to make sense. But I said, if you try it, tastes like a chocolate drink. So I really like it. And it's 8% if you're into that experience, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I'm gonna go with right. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm not. Well, I did do a taste challenge earlier, but no, I'm gonna go with
Of course you did. Oh, we're doing grading already? We're doing tasting.
And then all right, I'll come back with a grade later. But I do know
you see your tasting early is influencing the direction of the show.
Yeah, but I do know what it score. I know it's
kind of going off keel.
Yeah, I know what score I'm going to give it. All right, Michael,
Okay.
you have the floor.
Michael's turn.
Okay, so there's the beer again, as you saw before, and I have not even tried it yet.
Michael,
David, by the way, today is my birthday.
Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Okay, so anyway, the head has stayed around to us. I wouldn't say it's a huge head. Just kind of like a rimmy head, a little bit more than a rim, maybe. Beige on tan, kind of very dark brown. And let's see what it smells like. You seem to be getting more of the barrel aging in at least the first smell than you getting chocolate, but you can smell some sweetness in it too. Can't really smell the coffee in it, but maybe it's subdued a little bit. Maybe some coffee in the background. But the first thing I'm getting is the barrel aging, the kind of bourbon, kind of oaky kind of thing. But cheers, everybody.
cheers. Oh, Michael, can I ask a quick question?
There we go. Interruption on beer reviews.
Have you had this before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, all right.
I've had this before. And I've had some other KBS as well, some of the other variants as well, and regular KBS. I would assume the KBS is the base beer of this too, just by
Yes,
overall,
definitely.
It's actually the
because otherwise it wouldn't be a KB.
Breakfast stout is the base.
Or the breakfast stout, right? Not KBS.
Breakfast stout, then KBS, and KBS is best base for the variants.
Okay, so in the taste, the chocolate is certainly there, but it's a little bit subdued. It's not sweet. It's more bitter than sweet. But you're getting some, I think, sweetness from the barrel aging. For 12%, it really does drink really well, too. It goes down pretty easy. You'd have to be careful with something like this. Trying to think what else I'm getting. I'm getting some of the oak that you get in barrel-aged beers. Chocolate is there, though. And the coffee is there, too. I think the coffee and the chocolate are kind of battling it out, and the bourbon is winning, if you know what I mean. So it's
Yeah.
more barrel aged than it is a chocolate espresso beer, to me.
And now, what is your opinion of?
But you can taste the chocolate. I think there's a little bit of. I like it. I love barrel aged stuff. So to me, this that would make it better. Just the fact that it's barrel aged. Do you notice the lacing on the side too? Can you see it in the camera angle?
Yeah,
You're getting nice lacing on the side, and alcohol legs too coming up. You can tell.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
But I'm enjoying this, and I'll come back and give you a number. If you have any questions, I can answer them.
And I might add that Michael is an administrator on Alcohol Legs on Facebook.
Jay, you're doing a good job with it, and the people seem to be putting a lot of stuff on, which is good.
Yeah, they really do seem to be into it. Yeah. Well, now on to what is a chocolate beer?
What is a chocolate beer, kids? Is it beer with chocolate in it? Is it beer with things that make it taste like chocolate? Is it just chocolate and they put beer flavor in it? I don't know. All I know is that I have this beer that says it's vanilla. Vanilla. Imperial Triple Brown Ale called Triple Dog. Now it's inspired by Vita's beer.
Turbo Dog, which has been around for 40 years almost.
Yeah, and that's, to me, that's a nut brown ale. And I'm looking at the appearance of this, and again, I see something that's crossed between stout and maybe a nut brown ale. It's certainly dark like a stout, but it is kind of loose. So it's almost like it's a dark ale. On smell, you get chocolate. You smell chocolate right off the top. It mixes with a little vanilla, but mainly it smells like chocolate to me. It's the main reason I wanted to bring this on tonight, because it does say vanilla, but boy, does it taste like chocolate. It's really unique the way it hits the palate. It's sweet, almost like a sugar sweet. You taste the vanilla, and as it's going down, chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, several different kinds of chocolate going on at the same time. It's a very tasty, unique product. 8% alcohol. That's about what you get with these things that are Imperials, or this one says it's Imperial Triple. It's like they can't make up their mind. Is it Imperial? Is it Triple? What is it? They're just going to give it two gigantic names that all mean the same thing. I don't know why they call it triple. They only have one. They don't have three of these. But for some reason, they're going to call it triple. Maybe they should call it like I don't know, double. Call it double. Why do they call it triple? That's why they call it triple. It's good. The head is totally gone on this. Is this 8%? I don't know. It says it's 8%. It's probably more.
David, I was going to ask you, what's the carbonation like?
It's almost gone. There for a while, this company had problems with, they had screw-on tops. And they would have problems with the screw-on tops. You see, they got the old fatties, long neck fatties. But what would happen is that for some reason during the bottling process, they would go on kind of halfway, or they wouldn't stay on all the time. So a lot of times you're picking these things up, and you get to twist them off, and they were flat. So they went away from that, and they went to the pop tops.
So all the carbonation went out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this is
okay. Okay, so it's a lower carbonation beer.
Yeah. This tastes less like a beer and more like a, what do you call those things, Jay?
Flavored malt beverage.
Bingo. It says it's an ale, but it's probably, as we know, with these things coming out of Abita here lately, most of them are flavored malt beverages. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of beer aspect to this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Chocolate Yoo-hoo, man. It's not bad.
Oh, man, chocolate yoo-hoo.
I'll let you taste and tell me what you think.
Well, I had it a couple of years ago, but it hadn't been recent.
Again, as we both know, Abita is changing things coming out of their brewery.
That's right. That's true. I can't argue with that. That's true.
Everything is a triple or it's an IPA, and in those cases, most of them taste like orange or orange soda, and this one's tasting like this. I mean, it tastes like a nut brown ale, but it's missing a beer aspect, if you ask me. And it's got chocolate and vanilla, chocolate and vanilla. I don't know. It's okay.
And the six packs are running around $12.99, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do a couple of screen shares real fast. So people have Abita Turbo Dog is a really old craft beer from Louisiana, going back to the 1980s. So the Turbo Dog is going on almost 40 years. And I remember when Turbo Dog first came out, people were like shocked. You know, they were never expecting something like this, 5.6. It was like really dark.
That's the old label too. There should have a new label in case somebody's looking to purchase this outside Louisiana. The new label is the fun little dog hanging out, riding around, jumping around all over the place.
Oh, right. So I think, isn't this the new label though?
Ooh.
I thought that was the new label.
I think that one's been retired. But anyway, they got to have people doing video reviews for it. But anyway, all right. But anyway,
I like this guy.
Yeah, anyway, the score for the chocolate lava cake stout. Somebody's got some background noise. Somebody have a television going on? Oh yeah, Claude. Well, people got to watch TV, I've been watching News Nation since January 1st. In 2023, I watched CNN. Oh, I'm sorry, Fox. In 2024, I watched CNN the whole year.
How did you go over to news programs? I thought you were talking about the beer.
I am. And then in 2025, I'm going to watch News Nation the whole year. So
where's your brain?
Fox, CNN, and News Nation.
Talking about talking heads on that don't give a two doodlies about us.
All right, so chocolate lava cake stout. It is a great value because you're paying $8.99. You're getting a six pack, and you can pay outrageous amounts of money for craft beer, and a lot of times they're not that good. I'm not going to sit here and say that everything Aldi makes is good, because a lot of the stuff you buy at Aldi can be very weak, questionable. But but not Wernesgrüner. That's coming from the German brewery. That's great. That's an awesome beer.
Stick to the program.
Yeah, their Dutch lager is very good also. This one is a nice one. This is a really nice one. I know I'm reeling it in. This is a really nice one. But you got to like chocolate, and you have to like that dry baker's chocolate. And if you don't like that, don't buy it. Forget it. But I do like that kind of stuff. So I'm going to give this a good score. Is it an amazing beer? No. But it's a great value, and that has to be taken into account. So I'm going to go with a 9.3 out of 10. I do like it, and I would recommend it. And but you can't session it. No, can't session it. All right. So as far as promos and show and tell, I'll come back later for that. But I don't have a whole lot to promo or show and tell. But yeah. Now, the Stout King.
Okay, so anyway, as you've seen before, this is the KBS, the chocolate espresso. I'm going to give it a 97. I think I gave the original KBS a 98, but it's maybe the flavors detract a little bit. Maybe we're coming back. Anyway, the regular KBS definitely is more coffee forward because it's a coffee type stout. And this is a combination of chocolate and espresso with, together and whatever. So I'm giving you 97, which is very high A, bordering on world class. And I think I have one more downstairs too of this.
Now, have you?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was $6 a bottle. So 4-pack,
Oh,
$24.
man, that's a lot of money.
Which
That's
is a little
lot
bit pricey.
But that's the
But
same.
it's barrel aged, so you have to pay the price. Or you.
Yeah, and Michael, that's about what we pay. Honestly, it's about what we pay here. And did you try their hazelnut? Did you try that hazelnut?
I did not. Is that a new one, or has that been around for a while?
Yeah, I think it came out around 4 or 5 years ago. It was interesting. Hazelnut,
I don't think I ever tried. I've tried some of the other ones though as they've come out. There was one from Mackinac, Mackinac
Oh, the
from the
Mackinac
bridge.
chocolate, the Mackinac
founders
coffee
from-
chocolate stout. Oh, that was a beautiful product.
I tried that. It was very good. So they've had some in the series. It's funny. They stopped making the CBS, the straight one, but they've had a couple of variations on that too, I think, since you got to watch what they're doing.
They should have they should have never stopped the CBS,
Well, maybe
Well,
at some point they'll come back with it.
But like you said, Michael, about every 6 months they come out with a new variant. But it seems like the distribution is kind of wonky. Like it won't go to every area.
And as we've discussed when we've been on, the co-op no longer carries any founders over the settled discrimination suits, and they're just the co-op is weird in that way. Because basically what they're saying is we have X number of beers, and if we have any doubt at all, we're just not going to carry it. So I have to get it in. We have other distributors here I can go to, and it's not the kind of thing you're going to get in a gas station for the most part. Even though some gas stations do sell some craft, but
yeah, but not KBS.
I have a corner store here, not KBS anyway. My corner store, which is a supermarket, sells a lot of beers, but the problem with that is they make you buy 4-packs or 6-packs, and sometimes I just can't handle that many because I like the co-op allows you to buy singles, so that's a big plus for me.
And the corner store
and they have
probably
good deals where they have a lot of special.
And the corner store probably carries things like Goose Island and Lagunitas, things like that.
Schaefer, Ballantyne.
Oh, well, Claude.
You know what they seem to be pushing now?
What?
Claude is trying to hold on to the macro edge if he can, right, Claude? You don't want to let it completely go. That's okay. Like I said,
I love macros. I
have a quick question, a quick aside. When my daughter's friends came over, brought Stella Heineken, which are not macros. Heineken is probably not a macro, although they produce a lot of it. Maybe.
It's a macro. Come on,
Stella,
Michael.
Which is a Bell. Okay, it's a macro. So anyway, they left some of it, and I've been trying to find people to give it to, and nobody wants it. So it's
really
good.
They don't want
it. Year. I'll find somebody. It has to be somebody who.
that's
Most
just
people of my group
ridiculous.
says it's. What can I tell you? I had one and rated it in my book. I'm not against. I have two more. I'll find somebody to do it. I'm not gonna throw
What,
it
Heineken?
away. I would drink it. I guess.
Heineken's good beer.
Hey, Michael,
Yeah.
if I lived in
I'm
your
not saying
neighborhood,
it's bad.
Michael, if I lived in your neighborhood,
I
you
would
would
give
have
it
no
to you, but I'm
trouble.
just saying.
You would have no trouble getting rid of it.
Oh, you don't like Heineken? Hey.
David, I just have some friends who only drink craft. They won't drink any macros. They just won't. I mean, they're just very set in
They
their
won't.
ways and whatever.
Come on.
I
That's
travel in a
bullshit.
It's a
I
New York
travel
City. It's a New York City
craft
thing.
group, but I'll find somebody.
Yeah, Heineken's good beer.
You know, I'm not going to pour it down the drain. Don't worry.
Stella Artois,
beer.
excellent.
I'm putting it down.
Absolutely. This beer still, look at that, still has a little head on it. I poured this at least 15 plus minutes ago. I'll give it a 92. It is what it is. I'm not a chocolate beer aficionado per se, but if I have to drink chocolate beer, I would go back to this. It's sweet. The sweetness is the one thing I keep talking about. It's chocolatey. It's sweet. You know, in a blind test, I don't know if you'd know you're drinking a beer or not. You'd think this is some kind of specialty beverage or something like that. Definite coffee tones, nice mouthfeel to it. I paid $5 for, I think it was a 16-ounce bottle, a larger than normal bottle. Very good.
16.9 is European pint.
Okay.
100 milliliter.
And that's what I got for $5. Can't go wrong. Definitely, you can taste the quality. I mean, if you like a dessert beer, did you guys ever go? I once went to a dinner with a beer tasting where every entree came with a different beer. Did you ever try anything like that?
No.
This would
I've done that.
definitely, yeah. This would definitely be the dessert beer. Let's see. Oh, Michael, here for your birthday. There, got a little fireworks and a little.
Thank you. Thank you,
Some
Claude.
balloons and a little confetti here.
Thank you.
Happy birthday! It's good to be
Okay, thank
36.
you.
It's good to be 36 again, isn't it?
I wish I was still 36. But that's
There you
okay.
go. Can I do a quick show and tell?
Nope.
Well, we're going to come back.
Go
We're going
ahead.
to come back
Okay.
to that, Claude. We're going to come back.
We got to get
Okay.
David's score first.
All right. We're looking at Triple Dog by Beta, 8% alcohol. It says vanilla. It's a cross between vanilla and chocolate, if you ask me. It's a tasty product. Is it a beer? That's questionable. I think it's just a malt beverage. Not bad. Yoo-hoo and beer mixed with a vanilla backbone. Not so much lactose. Sweet. Chocolate aspect is sweet. Vanilla is there, but not predominant. You know, you would think something that's labeled vanilla right across the top would be vanilla only, but it's kind of not. Yeah, I'm gonna give this like a. I'm gonna give it a solid B. I give it an 86 out of 100. It's good. I think the price point's a little high on it just because it's 8% alcohol. I think that's the only reason why they jack it up. It's not barrel aged. It's not anything. Of course, you know, they put these selling points on it. Limited time. Run. Get it. You know, like I say, Turbo Dog's out year round. So if you put something out like this and you're pairing it up or you're advertising it, hey, Turbo Dog, this doesn't taste like Turbo Dog to me. It just doesn't. So Turbo Dog does not taste like this. To me, Turbo Dog's a better beer than this. Turbo Dog would get a higher score. The only reason why you put vanilla and make something so strong vanilla is that A, you ran out of ideas, or B, you're trying to cover something up. I'm gonna put it out there like that.
I remember the Leinenkugel's Vanilla Drift Porter. You might remember that about 10 years ago, 8 years ago. Leinenkugels Vanilla Drift Porter.
Yeah, I remember it.
That one kind of tasted chocolatey also. It kind of tasted like chocolate more than vanilla, or at least half and half.
This tastes a ton better. I moved on.
Uh-oh. Show that again.
Ooh.
Oaked Vanilla Porter. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, vanilla porter.
Got a vanilla monkey on your back there.
And it's also chocolatey tasting. So strange things.
I know.
Strange times we're living in. Strange times.
Like John Lennon said, everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey. But
Yeah.
now I'll show y'all something. Here's a macro I'd love to try, but I don't live in the Netherlands. Here's a macro I've been wanting to try for years. It's 11.6% alcohol, and they need to sell it in my 11.6. They need to sell it in my town.
Now I want to try it. Oh, it's 11.6.
Oh, Grolsch is great.
This is their
Bullsh.
Canon. The Canon is 11.6, and I think they used the word Canon for a reason.
Man, I bet that thing's got the consistency of a triple IPA, a true triple IPA, not these orange thing bombs that are coming out, and a really, really strong
5 minutes.
strong ale. Strong ale.
Jay,
yeah.
that's not exported though, right?
No, you can only buy it if you live in the Netherlands. But boy, I think if they sold this in the United States, it would take off. I think people would buy it.
Grolsch has those. Is it Grolsch that has those old-fashioned bottles with the metal,
The flip top.
the metal thing?
You don't think these companies that are making this beer you think they do no market research? They're just like, oh wow, yeah, we're just going to maliciously hold it from those stupid Americans. No, they do market research to see if something like this will sell. And the market research they do, they figure out what is the number one brand and they tear it down from there. And then they start looking at, okay, well, where do we fit? What sells? What doesn't?
I don't know. I can't imagine that it wouldn't sell. I just can't.
And I'll tell you what, they probably do send it over here in some kind of a test market. And if it doesn't sell, they pull it all out. These companies are smart. They're a lot smarter than you think they are. They got smart people working for them that specialize in stuff like this. Don't even fool yourself thinking that they don't.
All right, so
Jay, you aware that Asahi also owns Grolsch?
yes, I was going to bring that up.
When you mentioned
Asahi owns this brewery. They own Grolsch. Of course, they own the Asahi brewery. They've been going around gobbling up a lot of breweries. Don't they own Peroni?
Yep. Peroni got sold too.
Yeah, they own Peroni. So well, hey, that's the market, people buy. But I need to contact Asahi and say about time to bring Grolsch Canon to the USA.
Can you copy me on that email? I want to see what this is all about.
Yeah. They'll probably send me a reply saying,
have you lost your mind? You stupid American.
Right. Probably say screw off. But anyway, as far as what's upcoming,
Bugger off.
Yeah, so what's upcoming? I'm going to have some problems with scheduling coming up, but this Friday, I cannot do it. So I'm going to do Thunder and Thursday tomorrow. If nobody joins, I understand. But tomorrow, Thunder and Thursday, any liquor or liqueur.
Oh.
And then next Wednesday, I cannot do it. Next Wednesday, I cannot do it. Scheduling problem. And then in 2 weeks.
Baseball season.
Yeah. In 2 weeks.
Just say what it is. Say it. Just say it.
In 2 weeks.
Problems. Just say it's baseball season. I'm going to baseball games.
In 2 weeks, we've got beers for Carnival. Carnival beers. And I have that Carnival cake. I've got Carnival cake with cream cheese.
You'll be the only one on this one, too.
cream cheese, vanilla, citrus. And
Well, do you think you can get a beer that's Carnival and Mardi Gras inspired? And Michael, what about yourself?
I don't even know what
I
a
cannot
car.
get it. I won't. I won't. Be
You
making
won't
it.
be by yourself.
When you say carnival, do you mean like that fiesta in Brazil that they have? Or
well, yeah, but in Louisiana we have it, and then
Okay.
Mardi
It's
Gras
not
Day.
called Carnival. It's called Mardi Gras.
okay, I don't know. Would that suffice to say any Louisiana beer
Who
with
just said that
Mardi
Dave
Gras?
won't drink his Schlitz without complaining.
Hey, you know what I gotta say? Bugger off.
I got
Yeah, I really don't care what you think.
to. I have to put
Whatever,
this on.
Henry Louisville.
I
So
have to
what?
see who said.
Yeah, Henry Louisville, something like that.
All right, Michael, any promos?
Henry
Or,
Louisville, I'll tell you what, brother. Come on to the show. Come on, if
No,
all you
okay,
do-
I don't have anything, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give
Then
you a
maybe
list of the Asahi brands.
Yeah, come on with your
They
wisdom.
make Asahi Super Dry, which they've always made, right?
Asahi Super Dry.
Asahi Super Dry, Peroni, Kozel. Are you familiar with Kozel? Kozel?
It's from Poland. I've had it. It's good.
Poland.
Not great. Not great. but
Pilsner
good.
Urquell. The original Pilsner is one of their brands.
One of the best beers in the
Grolsch.
world.
I heard about
we
that.
mentioned.
I heard
Grolsch, a great product.
Great Northern. Are you familiar with Great Northern?
No, I thought that was a railroad.
I am not. Well, they have a beer, Great Northern. Victoria Bitter, which is an English bitter, that they have that. And the last one here is
ESB.
Carlton Draft, which is another
Wait,
English
I
beer.
don't get
Wait,
it.
That's
wait,
the
wait,
whole
wait,
list right now,
Michael,
what they
wait, Michael. Carlton Draft and Victoria Bitter are
Yes.
Australian beers. Australian beers.
Australian beers. Okay, those are Australian, not English. Okay. So that's their full list of what they own. But for all we know, they're acquiring something as we speak. So tomorrow you might find out they've acquired somebody. They're going to be, the brewery Jay did today, they're going to be pushing for new stuff. Asahi is going to get them into brewing new and different things, according to this article I just saw.
Ooh, hopefully it's sake beer.
So I don't have any show and tell.
All right, no promos.
So
Now, call me Max. Max.
Yes. Last time we got together, was it Sunday? We talked about hot sauce for a little while.
Yeah.
From Avery Island. So how far do you guys live from Ville Platte, Louisiana?
That's pretty far.
Okay. Somebody just gave me this as a gift. And I tell you, this is
Slap
one of
your
the,
mama. It looks like slap your mama. I knew it.
I'll tell you what,
It's not that far from us.
on a steak or some ribs or chicken, this is delicious.
That is just a spinoff of Tony Satchery's.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
They're
good.
all running about the same. It's about the same blend. Some are spicier, some they just change the mix around, but it's basically salt, pepper, cayenne, garlic, onion,
Yeah.
and maybe some paprika. Some might throw a little cumin in it or something like
Lot
that.
Lot of salt.
There you
This will take one splash of this on anything will take you over your sodium minimum.
Yeah, that's a saying. Slap your
Oh,
mama.
yeah. But I'll tell you what, it's a great seasoning. It's excellent.
What's the number one ingredient on it?
The number
Salt.
one,
Salt.
I believe it's salt.
What kind of salt?
That doesn't say. Hold on.
Iodized, unionized, sea salt.
Salt, black pepper, red pepper, granulated garlic.
Well, you see, if y'all remember back around
You can make your own blend.
65 years ago, McCormick came out with a product called Seasonal, which was like salt and peppers and stuff.
Where's
So a
McCormick
lot of-
from? Where's McCormick from?
I don't know, like Minnesota or something.
Right.
So then,
Who cares? We talk about Louisiana stuff.
yeah, but what I'm saying is a lot of other companies around the world or the USA have tried to mimic that by making, kind of
Oh
a,
yeah.
And they just go ahead and steal stuff.
What's the best all around seasoning in the world? Lowry's salt.
Lawry's, yeah.
With that
the
orange
marinade.
top. I love that stuff.
It's got the umami in it.
Oh,
You know,
but Claude,
you know what umami is? Claude, you know what umami is?
No.
savoriness.
MSG.
Savory.
All it is MSG.
Yeah,
And everybody's like, oh no, I can't have
Guys,
MSG.
I got to take off.
It gives me this.
Hi,
It gives
Michael.
me
Thank you for joining.
Jay?
Thank you.
Happy
David,
birthday.
that. Michael,
Claude,
happy
it's been
birthday,
fun.
brother.
I have to head back
Good
up.
to see you guys.
Guys,
All right, man.
talk to you soon.
Enjoy. MSG is a flavoring enhancer
Yeah.
brought to us by the great sea plant called seaweed. So how is that bad for you?
Some people are hypersensitive to it, like peanuts and
I know.
things like that.
Gluten. I can't have gluten. You know, I can't drink milk. I can't just, yeah. Man, that stuff didn't exist until like the last 20 years.
Oh,
You know
somebody
what? It's not it. It's not it. You know what it is? It's genetically modified foods that's causing your body to react in a certain way against real foods. That's exactly what it is. Look at these people, man. They're blowing up like blimps. How's that happening?
I don't know. Too many Twinkies.
Not enough moving your body around.
Yeah, you know, you're talking to a guy who runs and swims every day, man. You know, just so I can drink with you guys.
Claude, I'm kind of a bigger guy, but I'm here to tell you right now, I'm the same weight now as I was 35 years ago.
There you go. Got your still fit into your high school jeans, right?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Now,
You know,
Claude.
I got an old guy, I got dad bod now. You know what that means?
Now, Claude, here's the website. They're showing
Oh,
Slap
wow.
Your Mama,
251. That's very reasonable.
Yeah.
and it's certified kosher. There's no MSG. Certified Cajun is gluten free.
No umami?
No, and the ingredients
Oh,
are.
that's for a 4 ounce. You don't want that. How much
Yeah.
is the biggest one? Look at that. It's only $8.50 for the biggest one.
Yeah.
What's Claude's size? 8 ounce? No, that's a 16 ounce. How much is 16 ounce?
It was a gift, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says the
$8.50.
ingredients are salt, black pepper, red pepper, and granulated garlic. Well, I think those are
I'll
good.
tell you what, it's one of the most delicious seasonings I've ever had.
It's good stuff. And you know what, Claude? They make a low sodium too. You know, if you have the high blood pressure and you think that's what's causing it, not the food you eat, but go right ahead.
You know, everything in moderation, right?
True that.
Now, this is the one I would like to buy. I'd be more wanting to buy the hot blend.
What makes that one hot, Jay? Cayenne.
Pepper.
I don't know, but I like the hot.
Mine's the
Oh, the
original.
red pepper.
Mine's the original blend.
The red
Wait,
pepper.
slow
the
down.
red-
Slow down. Go back down. Let's look at the ingredients. Salt, red pepper, black pepper. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's double peppered. That's it. Just double peppered. Claude, I got every one of those ingredients in my spice rack. Plus
You have
some.
Lowry's too?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, Lowry's makes some good marinades.
Oh, yeah.
You know what else makes a good marinade? Depending on what kind of meat you use, depending on what kind of marinade you want to get out of it. You know, vinegar,
Yeah.
water.
I use a little malted vinegar on a steak. That's not maybe the first
Olive
class.
oil.
you know.
Olive oil.
Olive
No.
oil, little
What you do.
vinegar, salt and pepper, and let it sit for a couple
Wild
hours.
game. You want to soak in milk.
Interesting.
Got to get that gaminess off of it. Lamb.
So we got Lowry's here.
Oh, Lowry's good stuff.
See if I got one of them.
Doesn't
seasoned.
Lowry's
I think I do.
doesn't Lowry's make the butter, the garlic butter?
A spread like that you put
Yeah,
on
garlic butter. Yeah.
Yeah, Claudia, we had garlic bread today. Claudia makes it from scratch. I mean, with real butter and minced garlic, and oh man, could you eat that all night? Oh,
I got this thing. I don't know if I'm going to be infringing on somebody's copyrights, but at this point, that really matter. I got some called Sweet heat for your meat.
Hold it close.
Sweet
Ooh.
heat for your meat. All-purpose seasoning.
Ooh.
And this ingredients, and this is let me see where this is from. Doesn't really say. It's got a whole lot of ingredients. Chances are there's probably some GMO or something in this. I don't know. Sugar. So you notice sweet heat, it's got sugar.
A little sugar isn't, how many
Salt,
calories? How many
paprika.
calories do you think are in a teaspoon of sugar?
Not that much. Like
15.
yeah.
Everybody's so anti-sugar. It's not a little bit of sugar. It's not that bad.
It's the glycemic level and what it does to your insulin once you take it in. So you have to, if you're going to consume that, you have to consume it with food, not just I'm going to eat sugar unless you're like going to a diabetic coma and you need something to pop you out of it. That'd be the only way. Or if you're a runner and you're just sitting ready to fall out, you eat sugar. So this has sugar, salt, paprika, black pepper,
Ooh.
chili powder.
Interesting that sugar is the number one ingredient. Interesting.
Well,
you would think that'd be way in the back.
meat. I think this is for like pork and chicken on a grill.
What kind of
Sweet
critter? What is that? A squirrel on the label there?
That's just critters, man.
Just critter.
Yeah, you got a squirrel, rabbit, deer, dog. Is that a dog? Oh, I'm sorry, that's a cow. I thought it was a dog.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's got monosodium glutamate, which is MSG in it. Dehydrated parsley flakes, all kinds of stuff. Let's see. It's got a Gmail account on it, so you know it's legit. Too legit to quit. So this is an 8 ounce. This was a gift that somebody gave me, and I've used it a few times on chicken and whatnot. Throw it on the smoker. Stuff comes out good. I'm not complaining about it. Yeah. So it's a blend of herbs, spices, and it grabs all your taste buds at once. That's what MSG will do.
You know what? You know why? You ever go Ruth Chris Steakhouse? You know why their steaks taste so good?
Butter.
They lot of butter.
Yeah. They finish them with herb. They salt, pepper, flash fry.
And then they melt the butter, and it comes and it's
and
sizzling
herbs.
to your table.
Sizzling when they bring it to the table.
Oh yeah,
Well, they also, not there.
butter makes everything better.
That lady made a lot of money off that. That lady made a lot of money off that company because she bought it when she bought Chris Steakhouse. It was basically almost out of business.
Oh, she sure did.
Is that a Louisiana chain? Or
Yes.
Well, Claude, it was just an independent steakhouse called Chris Steakhouse, and it was doing okay, not that great. And then the man that owned it died, so Ruth Fertel bought it, and then Ruth Fertel took Chris's Steakhouse and she turned it into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and she made it into this worldwide thing,
So did you just pull this knowledge out of your head, or did you read about this ahead of time and Claude contact you? I'm going to talk about Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
No, I just had read about it years ago. And
Okay.
when she died, unfortunately, she died.
You didn't lose it during the morning challenges?
yeah,
No, and then she died, and her son inherited the whole company, and he sold it to a investment group.
Yeah, I think right now they're in that Harris Casino. The former Harris Casino, which is now known as Caesars, which owns the Superdome and all kinds of betting stuff, hotels. Yeah, it's funny when Louisiana allowed casinos to move in. They told them, "Oh no, we're only going to have one land base, and everyone else has to go into a casino boat on the water."
Yeah, but that didn't last.
Well, Mississippi ran with it until Hurricane Katrina came up, and they picked the casinos up and slammed them to the highway, and all the money was all over the place. And that's when they changed all the laws. That was
Yeah, everything's land based today.
Yep. Everything's land.
But it has a boat attached somewhere, right?
Oh no, not anymore. Not anymore, Claude. Not anymore.
Because I've been to Gulfport and I remember there was a casino boat somewhere there. I'm going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
that's-
casino boats. That's probably the
all.
ones that are small.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all over with.
I got to tell you one thing before I leave.
Not the avid traveler. They're still there. Trust me.
I got to tell you one thing, and not to get political. I love your state senator Kennedy. I love that guy. Is he?
That guy always on television.
Yeah, I mean, I love him. He's just a down to earth, straight shooter, no BS guy. I like him. You know,
Yeah, he's something else. He's a character.
he is a character.
He does a lot. He does a better job than our other senator, Dr. Bill Cassidy, senator, who's not even from here. The famed Dr. Bill Cassidy is from Illinois. For some reason, he got the big push to come down here, and all the Republicans were like, "Oh yeah, we got to vote for Dr. Senator Bill Cassidy. We got to." And he gets in there, he does nothing. He's just there for the paycheck.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get political. I see him. Fox News just loves John Kennedy.
Oh yeah, they love that guy. All right, well everybody, thanks for watching, and
Yeah.
it's been a good hangout. And
Hasta
next
mañana, Thundering Thursday.
Wednesday, no, it's not going to happen. But in 2 weeks, any Carnival beer in the old, it'll just be me. In 2 weeks, it'll probably just be me. Any beer for Carnival. But y'all can bring a Abita Mardi Gras bock. All right.
Not everybody gets that. Would you stop at all that? Not everybody. They only get 3 kinds of Abita. You're like, oh, you can get this, you can get that, you can get this.
What
I guarantee you,
what is a
nobody's
Carnival?
going to get a Carnival beer unless
Well,
it's
What is
it's
a
just a
Carnival
beer.
beer?
Claude, it's just a beer made for Carnival season.
Okay, but is it different? Is it spiced different or?
Well, it could be.
Oh,
It could be.
ask the host.
It could be, Claude. But a Abita Mardi Gras bock is just a
Well,
bock.
just bring
Just a
Christmas beer. You'll be fine.
No, Abita Mardi. Okay, Abita Mardi Gras bock is just a bock. It's just a bock. All right. We all take care. I'm going. See y'all later.
Take care. Thanks, guys. Always a pleasure.
You're welcome.
Ain't no